Let's talk about learning Japanese. Why do you need more anime and less books, and why am I not crazy? Well, it's about dropout rates. Not high school, not that one. We're talking about, the people, the million people that want to learn Japanese. Go to YouTube, right? Go type in Japanese lesson 1, and these videos, they got 1 million views on them. They got their notebooks ready, they bought the textbooks, they got the latest apps, and they're learning the kanji, and they're learning kana, but you go to like video 3, video 5, and the numbers, they start going down. It's funny, I love it. And it's like 500,000 for the second video, and by video 10, it's like 30,000 people. Where'd everybody go? I thought people wanted to learn Japanese. So they're dropping out, okay? And I'd like to discuss why. Why do people run away? And those 30,000 people, they're still there by video 10. They're gonna learn no matter what. They got determination. Doesn't matter what book, how many books, they're gonna learn it. They want it that bad. But the majority, we're getting the wrong idea. Where you finish the first 2 lessons, and you got these vocab lists, right? And you've got these grammar rules, and you've got these grammar exercises that you got to do by yourself, but nobody want to do them because they're boring. That's not how you learn a language. That's how you quit learning a language. Okay? You have to practice efficiently. You got to learn how to do it right, and you got to learn how to do it without getting bored. You got to learn how to learn a language before you even learn the language. That's what we're talking about. And no, we don't just sit around watching anime all day, although that's a very good portion of it. That's a good piece to the puzzle. So what is the whole solution here? Let's go to the board, and we're going to find out. So, in order to learn how to learn a language, we're going to talk about close, listening, and shadowing flashcards, because these cards allow you to test in context, all right? The new vocabulary words and new grammar points, we're going to learn them one by one in context of larger sentences, so you don't just recognize it, but you know how to use it. Okay, we aren't talking about those word-by-word flashcards where you got a picture of an apple and then it says ringo on the back, because that's bullcrap, all right? That's not what we're talking about. The other piece is learning from anime, because anime is going to give you an infinite well of native speaker sentences and grammar points and pronunciations and listening comprehension that you need, and kanji too, with the Japanese subtitle files that you need to understand native speakers talking to each other, okay? You can't just sit with the book all day, all right? You gotta use these ears. So, how do we combine anime and how to learn a language? Let's look at the board. So, number 1, turn off subtitles and watch anime. Number 2, you gotta learn hiragana and katakana, and you gotta get 1 textbook and RTK, which is remembering the kanji. So, it's a great book to teach you how to read and write kanji. Awesome. Close listening, shadowing flashcards, and then Japanese subtitle files, and we'll look at an example of how to do these flashcards. So, but first, you gotta talk about those subtitles, right? Because if you want to learn Japanese and you like anime, well, turn off the subtitles. You're doing both, all right? You're not just gonna hit those 2 birds with 1 stone. You're gonna explode those birds, all right? They're gonna, and guts are gonna fly everywhere. So, that's what. It's just so simple, but it's also kind of difficult at the same time, because everybody gets scared, right? Our habit is we have a habit of watching our anime or TV shows or dramas or movies with those subtitles, right? It's a habit of just reading those English lines and understanding the meaning, and it's scary to take that away. So this is what you do. All right, you're gonna get an anime or a TV show that you have seen before, and you're going to watch it again. okay, but without those subtitle files or without the English subtitles. So if you like Dragon Ball, well, watch some Dragon Ball. And while you're watching it, you know what's going to happen, so you're not focused on the plot. You're focused on what the speakers are saying to each other, how they're communicating with each other. So, you know, you're in the beginning, it's still really difficult because you know the plot, but you don't understand what they're saying. But over time, you're going to get better at it, because when you're working through your kana and your kanji in the textbook, you're picking up more and more words just based on context and based also what you've learned from your textbook. So that's just the beginning, all right? Of course you have the general advice here, but it's those flashcards that we got to talk about, because they're going to give you the edge, all right? And that edge, let me explain with an example. Okay, so let's take an example from Dragon Ball Super, episode 57, spoiler alert. All right, so there's Zamasu and Goku. They're talking to each other, okay? And Zamasu, he says, kimi ni ai ni kimashita. I have come to meet you, Goku. And Goku, he says, omae ga buraku no nakama dato to wa na. And they're talking about, you know, him and Black, Zamasu and Black being allies. Goku accuses them of being allies, but you know, Zamasu, he's a little coy, all right? And he says this line to Goku. So Zamasu, you can learn how to write that. There's za, ma, su. All right, Zamasu, he says, nakama ja arimasen. Okay. Nakama ja arimasen. We are not allies. And yes, my handwriting's not pretty, but it's the right stroke order, and that's what matters. So you can learn like this sentence right here, and the next sentence that comes after, he says doshi, and doshi, nakama is ally, and doshi is like a kindred spirit or like-minded people. He says we're not nakama, we're doshi, and doshi is really easy to write. Okay, it's just same, and then you got to write intention. All right, samurai's heart shows his intention. Doshi to ita to ko ro de sho deshoka. All right. So you have these two sentences and you have these kanji, all right? In close exercises, you're going to take this line, all right? And you're going to test these kanjis one by one, okay? You'll be, on the flashcard, you're going to see the whole sentence, these two sentences, but maybe one of them is going to be disappeared. It's going to be missing, and you got to think in Japanese, you know, based on this context of this word, doshi, what's missing? And then you're going to write it in your notebook. And that's basically it. You can test one by one kanji. You can test for some grammar points like ja arimasen. And you could test for to right here. Grammar points, single kanjis, one by one, and it's easy, it's fun, and the review sessions go very fast. So those are close cards. Listening cards, okay? So listening cards, you're gonna have nakama, all right? You wanna learn this nakama, because you only got one sentence with nakama in it. You need like 5 sentences, 3, 4, 5 sentences. You're gonna go to your dictionary, you're gonna go to your textbook, and you're gonna go to the index, or you'll just type it in the dictionary, nakama, and get sentences, all right? Get like 3 sentences, 4 or 5, and you can create listening flashcards. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome, I love it. So you in Anki, which is the program I use and I recommend, you can get a add-on, a text-to-speech add-on, and you could just feed it Japanese sentences, and the native speaker robot or text-to-speech robot, it's going to make an audio file for you, and it's awesome. And then on that flashcard, you're just going to hear that file or that audio playing, and you got to figure out what I heard nakama, but you got to figure out what's the context, you know, what is the sentence, what's the meaning of it, and it's really easy to do. So you got close, listening, and shadowing, okay? So shadowing is the file and is that same audio file and this sentence are going to be shown at the same time, and you're just going to mimic the native speaker, which is zamas in this case. So you're going to say nakama ja arimasen, doshi to itta tokoro deshou ka? And you're just going to work on your pronunciation, work on your reading speed, try to mimic the native speaker. And earlier in that conversation, they're using anime Japanese uses a lot of rude words like omae and omae and koitsu and kimi, which you don't want to use, but you're not going to shadow those, okay? And you're going to know that they're rude and that you shouldn't use them. They're very informal words because you're textbook, okay? So, and if you don't know what the rude words are, well, you can look them one by one up in your dictionary, and you could Google it too and get it like a list of words that are found often in casual Japanese that you probably shouldn't use. So that's it. Go watch more anime and read less books, and we'll see you next time.